Okay. So yesterday we have discussed about the load balancer configuration. So whatever solution you can see in the screen, right? So we have a solution where we have deployed a public load balancer and three virtual machines in the same virtual network with the same region, and we wanted to create it, and we have already created it. Okay. So today what we will do, we will verify whether the created solution is working as expected or not. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll quickly take you to the Azure portal, and I'll explain the solution one more time, and then I will show you how have no made the changes and all. Okay. So we'll go to the portal then. Yeah. Here, if you look at, I've already created two virtual machines here. Okay. So one is my LBVM01 and LBVM02. Okay. So let me start the machines. So now I have LBVM01, LBVM02, both are there in the East US, and both are in the same virtual network. You see 10.0.0.4, 10.0.0.5 means same virtual network. That is the reason there is same range of IP address. Okay. So now we'll go to the load balancer, and if you look at the load balancer, I have created my L public load balancer 01. So this is my public load balancer which I have created for this solution demo. Okay, it's a public load balancer, and if you go to the front end IP configuration, you can see the information here. It is in the LBRG01. That is my resource group. Location is East US. SKU is standard SKU, and this is a backend pool. There are two inbound rules are there, two health probes are there, and no outbound rule. Okay. If you want to see more information, you can just go and look at, and you can see public IP address because this is a public load balancer. If it is internal load balancer, it should be only private IP address. Okay, fine. Now I'll go to the front end IP configuration. So I already told you every solution, every public or private, any load balancer for that matter, okay, that will have a front end IP. If it is a public load balancer, you will have a public IP. See 20.246.203.26, which is a public IP address. Okay, let me show you if I can ping to this IP address. If you open the command prompt, and if you try to ping space, see, you can see the ping response coming. Okay. um, you can see my load balancer is responding me. See, replay from 20.246.203.26. That means you have the communication from your machine to the load balancer, and this communication is happening via internet because this is a public load balancer. If you want to check in your laptop also, you can just do this ping, go to command prompt, and type ping space 20.246.203.26, and you will get the response for that. Okay. And now let me copy, before I go there, I'll also show you the backend pools. Okay, I've created a backend pool here. You can see my backend pool is BEP0 and backend pool 01, and I've added two virtual machines. Okay, one is LBVM01 and LBVM02, the same two virtual machines which I have told you, like I have built it. Okay, so if you look at the two virtual machines which I have powered on now, see here, LBVM01, LBVM02, both are running now. The same thing, LB01, LBVM02, 10.0.0.4, 10.0.0.5, both are running. So I have created the backend pool and I've added virtual machines here. So if you use the standard SKU, you can add up to 1000 virtual machines. You can click on add here. Okay, and then you will see the virtual machines if it is there in the same virtual network. If you click add, those virtual machines can be added there. Okay, it will ask you like this, it will come, see, it will, if whether you want to add a network interface card or IP address. Okay, depend upon that, it will be populated here. Just select that like this and add. If you add, that virtual machine will be added behind the backend pole. Okay, and you see health props. See, normally any applications, they will use some particular port. In my case, I am creating a web server, web application. Okay, so if you see here, I have created for HTTP and HTTPS HP01. HP means it health prob 01, which is for the HTTP port number 80. It is for HP's health prop 02, that is for 443. Okay, port means you already know. Port means it is nothing but the, that is, it is a way for communicating. Okay, maybe it's a kind of door which you can use to get in or go out. Okay, so I am telling here the load balancer. Okay, whenever I mean, you need to monitor, you need to probe always for port number 80 and 443, so that if any port is not responding, you can ignore that virtual machine as unhealthy. And you see load balancing rules, I am telling, please allow the communication for the public load balancer rule 01, which is for TCP port number 80, and this is the backend pool, and this is the health prop 01. So this health prop will always talk to this rule, both will be in communication. Okay, and I don't want any inbound or outbound rules as of now. Okay, because I'm trying to access this application from the external world. Okay, so now let me go to the front end IP. So I'll copy the IP address 10.246.203.26. Okay, I'll go to the browser and I will just copy the IP address and I'll put it. We will see whether the website, I mean, any response will be coming or not. Okay, it should, ideally it should come, because we have the virtual machines, both the virtual machines are up and running. Okay, let me check. So before, yeah, let me log in the machine. I'll put the IP address, I'll log in. I'm trying to RDP. I have to log in. Let me do one thing. This VM02 has got very less size. It is not sufficient. It is just one CPU, 1 GB memory. It is not sufficient. So what I'll do, I'll go to the size blade here. I'll increase the memory and CPU little bit. Otherwise, it will not. It will get corrupted. So what I'll do, I'll put B2S 2 CPU, 4 GB is fine. The machine will get restarted if you just resize the virtual machine, but you have to be very careful. Okay. So let that get restarted. Now let me go here. See, I am inside the virtual machine. This is my VM01. You can see ipconfig/all. You can see my IP address is this one, 10.004. Okay, so I am trying to connect right here. I am trying to connect here. It says this site can't be reached. Okay, so I have the load balancer. I have all the things created. I have virtual machines added and they are up and running, but still I am unable to access the website. Okay, so let me go here and check if my firewall is on or off. Firewall.cpl. If you look at here, that Windows firewalls are off only here. So you can see both the private and the public rules are it is disabled. Though we are good here, but still we are unable to access the website. You still see here, it's still loading. So sometimes what you have to do, you have to run net stat minus -ano. So this is a command will tell you, is there any blocker is there or blocking is there. Okay, it is not showing here. Listening. You will see sometime. Okay, 1 second. It is dropped off. Okay, let me check. 26 now. Time. Listening. Okay, so we'll do one thing. Let me check here on in this base machine. Net stat minus -ano. So this command will tell you what all communication is there, what all ports are currently in consuming, and what is the status of those traffic. Okay, establish. It got disconnected. Just a second. See, it is 132. Looks like it is here. Nothing is blocked. But let me verify in the network security group. Okay, maybe in the network security group, I think something is blocked because we have not allowed the network security things right here. Yeah, here. So what I'll do, let me go to the virtual machine here, the VM01. Go to the network here. Go to network settings, and this is my NSG, network security group, which is LB-VM01-NSG, and this is added to this network interface card. Okay, let me go to the network security group, open the network security group, go to the inbound security rules. Okay, and you see here everything is blocked. See, 65,500 range is there, the priority, and it says deny all inbound, any, and deny means everything is disabled except this RDP connection. See, except this RDP connection, everything is denied. That is the reason I am unable to open the website. So what I'll do, I'll click on add. I'll mention source for now for testing purpose. You can add any IP address, my address, service tag, application security group you can create. But in my case, I'll put it as any just for the testing purposes. Okay. Range is source port range. You can add port number 3389, 80, 443, something like that, like an 80 and 443. Okay. Destination any. Okay, this is fine. Destination port range. It is um, 80 comma 443. I'll put it as name should be okay, port 80 and 443. Okay, add. Now I am creating a rule. Now I told, see, I have created a rule for 310 at that is allow inbound custom 8443. Okay, allow. Now let me go here and refresh if I can get something. So basically, network security group means it is the a kind of firewall which you can apply both at the network interface card or at the network security. What is it? VNet level or subnet level. Okay. So allowed, fine. I should get this website. I'll tell you what is this website. I should get 10.004. This I should get 10.0.0.4. I should get this page. This is my website. Okay, Windows Server. So it's still not coming. Then what I'll do? Let me go here and edit this one. For now, let me put star wildcard. Here also star wildcard. Okay, and save. But ideally you should not add wildcard. You have to create a separate rules. I will explain you that after this demo. I'll explain about the NSG so that you will understand better. Okay. So I'll do one thing. Let me this VM02 is a little power off. Wait, because in that I have not configured the IAS yet. So maybe it is going there. In one server I have added the IAS installation already done in LBVM01, but in LBVM02 I have not done. So let me wait. If that goes down, then the load balancer will start sending the information to the first. I see it is coming. That is what the problem is. Now I got the website here. Yeah. Now let me go to this VM02. Okay, and power on this virtual machine. Okay, let me click on start virtual machine because I wanted to show you. Maybe that time the request was going to the VM02 because in the load balancer here we are accessing the IP address of the public load balancer, the front end IP address of the load balancer. So behind this load balancer you have two virtual machines. One is your VM01 and VM02. Okay, but in the VM01 we have created this website, install the IAS and configure the website, but in the VM02 we have not done. So that time when you access earlier this, when you try to access this public IP of the load balancer, it was going to the VM02 where we have not created the website in this. That is the reason it was not happening that time. So now what I'll do, let me log into this VM and I'll show you. So let me log into the 137. Even if you access 137 also, see it is not coming. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll quickly log into the MSTSC. I'll log into the server, which is 4.255.98.137. Looks like it is still not up. Let me restart the machine one more time. I am now logging into the VM02. Okay, and if you look at inside the VM02, there is no website or IAS is installed. Okay, so I'll show you that how to configure the IAS and create the website. I'll show you. Okay, so I'll go here. So now you have to go to the server manager, add roles and features. It is still loading. So as soon as you go to the add roles and features, yeah, this installation wizard will open. Click on next. You have to go to role based and feature based installation, click on next, and make sure this information is correct about the virtual machine. It's correct. And here you see in the roles one service called web server, IIS, Internet Information Service. Select that, add feature. Now next, 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 and click on install. As soon as you install this, you will see that inet pub and then the root folders created in the C drive. Once this is completed, I'll show you that. Yeah, it is now completed. You can see installation succeeded on LBVM02. You can close it. Now, if you browse the website here only, in this computer only, okay. If you just go, this IP address is 10.0.0.5. 10.0.0.5. See, in this also this internet information service is installed and it's a test dummy website. Okay, now if you go here and if you refresh, it is still coming because in the LBVM02 we have not added the network security group NSG. See, in the NSG. Okay, before that I need to go here and I need to go to the firewall.cpl. The firewall, if you see, the firewall is on here. Turn off this Windows firewall. Turn off the firewall for now. Yep. And now go to the network security group here. This is your NSG LBVM02-NSG. Okay. Here you can create one inbound rule here. Go to inbound rules, add rule, mention star star star. Custom port range is any. I'll put it as wildcard. Star is wildcard. Okay, it is allow everything. This is 310. Okay, fine. Add. I have created the rule now. See, created the one more rule 310. Allow any. So it is created. So now if you refresh, this will go to some page. Okay, any of the virtual machines it will go. Okay. So now what I'll do? Let me create the website here. If I go to the C colon inet pub root so I will tell this is my VM01 behind the load balancer. Okay, I'll save this. Yes, I'll delete this one. I don't need it. So now if I refresh, see this error will go off. See, they said this is my VM01 behind the load balancer. So similarly, I'll go here. I'll edit this one. I'll put it as the same thing, but it should be VM02. Here, if I go edit, open with text notepad, just put this, paste here, and this should be your VM02. Okay. Yes. Go. Now see, now there is a load balancer and that load balancer has got an IP address 20.246.203.26 and you have two virtual machines there. Okay, one is your VM01. Okay, this one LBVM01. Another one is your another VM02. Okay, that is your VM02. this one. Okay, you have this lbvm01 and lbvm02 added behind this my public load balancer 01, and that has got an IP address 20.246.203.26, right? And what I have done, I have configured, I've installed the IAS in both VM01 as well as VM02. See here, VM02. Okay, now when I'm accessing this public IP, that load balancer will decide which server is up and running, and it's always send the request to the any of the loads. If anybody is already logged in via PC, okay, try to browse this from your Google Chrome or Edge 20.246.203.26. Can you please try once? Okay, so in this case, when he was trying to access the server via public load balancer IP, initially it was connected to the VM01, and I have shut down the VM01 for testing purpose, then it got switched to VM02 automatically. Now what I'll do, I'll shut down both VM01 and 02 both. Okay, and you see, now you will see an error called page cannot be found, or website will not be found. Okay, refresh it now. It will take some time. Can you also refresh and see once?
Yes, sir. It is loading.
Try to open it one more time.
Yes, sir.
You will get an error called can't be reached this site. Okay.
No, sir.
See this error, because now both the virtual machines are shut down. So what I'll do now, I'll quickly start VM01. Be there in the same page, Beam.
Okay, sir.
Keep on refreshing. See, after the restart of the VM01, can you
Yes,
see?
sir. It is working.
It's working. It is showing this is my VM01 behind the load balancer. Okay, so this is how you have to create the virtual machines and then put it on the behind the load balancer. Okay, can you see my screen? You can stop. Beam.
One, sir.
Let me share my screen. Yeah. So normally in the day-to-day work, right, you may get work of creation of this. You can add multiple front-end IP address for the load balancer. Okay. So one load balancer can have multiple front-end IP address. Okay. And when you create the backend pool, okay, you can add to multiple virtual machines also. See, backend pool 01, it is VM is running, but backend pool 01, this VM is stopped. Okay, so this health probe is there now. This health probe will always check for 80 and 443. Okay, and if it is up, it will consider it as live. If it is not coming, and then it will consider it as not available or unhealthy. It will not send the traffic to that particular unhealthy virtual machines. You may get an option to create front end IP address. You may get an option to create the backend pools, multiple backend pools, or to add the server to the backend pool or remove the server to the backend pool. Or you may get an opportunity to create the health probes, load imbalance rules. I mean load balancer rules creation. Okay, and any other you know I mean, multiple things they can ask in the day to day. Okay, this is all about the load balancer configuration. Okay, so with that, I think we can call out for the day. Let me stop the Now recording, and then I'll take the questions.